I found a subreddit called r/is this AI. So let us go into this and take a peep. I'm just curious as to your thoughts. We're gonna run a guess, okay? Image of bikers saving kids from a flood looks like AI and is repeated in multiple places on Facebook. So we've got what looks like three bikers saving kids from a flood, and they're kind of like walking through the flood. They've got like the stereotypical biker look with like the jackets, the chains. Looking at this, to me, it's giving AI. And for a couple of reasons. It's like one, the kids have the same expression. Like all three kids are wearing the same expression. And like of course the kids, if you're caught in a flood, you would be crying. But like even the way their eyebrows are furrowed is the same. Also, the bikers are wearing the exact same outfit. And like that you would say, okay, maybe they're part of the same biker gang, they got the same jackets. We get that. I totally get that. Then wouldn't everyone's patches also be the same? But the patch looks weird. Like if you zoom in, it looks weird. Also, this biker has like a really stubby pinky finger. Maybe he's missing like a knuckle or something, but it's just a bit odd. Yeah, the background is really blurred and the whirlpool in the background is interesting. But my vote is AI. Now let's take a peep, okay? This one has 38 comments. Let's see what the consensus is. So a commenter says, prompt generated 100% kids are all the same for starters. And OP says, the amount of people in the comments on these posts on Facebook make me lose so much faith in people. I love bikers. I hate these posts. Another commenter says, it's AI. It's basically three of the same kid in the same pose. Guy on the left only has 3 knuckles, but is growing his 4th finger out of his palm. Weird pool, etc, etc. The guys also have the same face with varying amounts of beard. Amazing they saved those identical triplets from the spaghetti water. You don't even need to go into the details to know this is AI. Wait, spaghetti water? Actually, yeah, the water looks weird. Like what we see this, it's like splashing, but there's like a big gap here. And then yeah, you know what? I actually didn't even notice it's literally the same 3 triplets. They're all the same dude with different beards, with the same 3 kids. What are the odds? Here's our second post. This is posted by Add Future Now. Was this AI generated? My friend insists it is, but I don't see it. This is our next piece. When it comes to looking at these, I always like to think like, okay, you look at it from 2 perspectives. You look at it from the perspective of somebody who's looking for AI, and then you look at it from the perspective of somebody who's trying to defend the fact that it's not AI. What are some aspects that could make this not AI? And again, the big disclaimer, a big indicator of whether something is AI or not is looking at the artist's past works and then you judge from multiple pieces. It's pretty difficult to judge from only one piece 100% conclusively unless it's turbo obvious, right? So this one, we have the 2 characters. Like one, it's a really stylized piece. So like it doesn't fit the stereotypical like AI vibe, you know, like AI looks like this or that. So okay, maybe that makes it not AI. And then the second one is like, okay, right? Like it doesn't have the stereotypical like AI piss slop filter. So maybe that means it's not AI. It's very stylized. It's very expressive. It's got a really strong style. So all of those would make me think like maybe it's not AI. Now, what are some elements of this that would make it possibly look like AI? One is the ears, because like you guys said, the ears aren't connecting to the head. You could argue, oh, maybe the earrings are blocking the view, but like the ear is going all the way down here. So if it were to connect to the head, it would kind of connect down here, right? So that kind of throws me off a little bit. The second one that throws me off is the eyelets. The eyelets are funky looking because eyelets are not too difficult to draw, right? But how come all the eyelets look really different? Like this one has like a line in it. This one has like 2 rings in the eyelets. This one has like extra purple in there, but you could argue it's like they accidentally colored it in. So that's a bit odd that some of the eyelets are all funky. There's some artifacting. We have like a extra stroke in the ear here. You could argue maybe like it was a leftover brushstroke by the artist, but then you kind of have some of that happening in like the pieces here too. Like the green girl's hair, if you look at it, there's like extra line here. It could be sketchy, right? But then even like what is this? Like a wing from the purple girl, but then there's just this line here that connects the wing to the green girl's hair. Interesting. And then we have like a bunch of extra lineage kind of over here too. It's a bit suspicious. And then uneven eyeliner, like she has 3 lower eyelashes on the right eye and then 2 on the left eye. So yeah, you could argue these are like beginner, like just, you know, some artist mistakes. And then another one is we have kind of like some more detailing here where like lines are like bleeding into each other. This is supposed to be, I guess, like bangs from the face. So all of that is a bit suspicious. Now let's see what Reddit had to say. Also, apparently OP was banned and then unbanned because people thought they were karma farming. So a commenter says the quality of the piece is consistent. No strange mistakes or things merging into each other. Not AI. And then another commenter says this picture is 100% AI. It has metadata you would see from an AI generated image with novel AI. So this is the graphic, software novel AI, source the generation time 0.0004. Wow. And then the prompt was given, this is a hefty prompt. Two girls, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pakuncho, Explosion Cycle, Leaf Sky 22. Oh no, these better not be artist names. Oh no. Oh, wait, I didn't even see that. Oh no, wait, are these artist names that person was like asking for? Oh. Well, the second username, they look to be a VR creator. Oh, Pakuncho is like a biscuit snack. Okay, I didn't know that. Wait, what? This is what came up for Pakuncho? So people are adding, yeah, some things look off, like detailing in the right sleeve. Like for me, it was the eyelets that look really funky because how do you draw like all these eyelets differently? It's done in a weird way that's consistent with AI trying to do details. Same with the hatching on the gloves. And then people were adding that the glove hatching is weird / doesn't match up. Is this tattoo sheet AI? So here's a tattoo sheet. We have a bunch of fairies. They're kind of drawn in the like black and white tattoo style. This is giving AI. We have a bunch of examples of like more work now, right? Because we have a full tattoo sheet. The way the fairies hold the flowers is weird. Like this one looks like the daisy is glued into the fairy's hand. Here we have a fairy. She is sitting and her arm is going behind her leg. But then what did her arm like reappear here? Like where did her arm go? This just looks a bit awkward of a posing. And then all the wing details are different. Now that doesn't mean it's AI, right? Like the artist could have done the creative liberty of choosing to do different wing details, etc. Interesting, you know, like we just gotta take a note of that. A bit suspicious. And then again, we have what looks like artifacting. Like there's like dots and stuff on the eyeshadow. I don't know. Like there's like dots in the middle of the flower. Like they don't look like they're supposed to be like speckling to add shadows. They look like accidents, which to me makes it seem like it's AI. The final nail in the coffin to me personally is the fact that these are fairies with fairy ears. But why are all the ears different? Some of them have human ears, but they're supposed to be fairies. She's got like an N in her ear, right? A lowercase n. And then this girl has like what looks like a sideways Y in her ear. The other ones, the ears aren't even visible. Also, this one is funny. She looks like she just like dunked a basketball. Like, yeep. I think it's AI as well. Just due to the inconsistencies. Like, if this is the entire tattoo sheet is all done by one person, right? Like, why do every single fairy look different? Also, this fairy is missing her back leg. My vote for this is AI. Oh, and then I forgot. This fairy is literally missing her bottom right wing. Where did it go? And this one, actually. This one is missing her bottom. Why are they all miss? All of them except this one doesn't have 4 wings. This one you could argue, okay, from the angle you might not be able to see it, but like where did this wing go? Where did this wing go? Let's see what Reddit says. It is instant AI vibes. Plus why sometimes they have fingers and sometimes not. And then another commenter says the fingers boy. And then people are circling where the wings are missing and then the weird hand flower thing, which I agree. It literally looks like the flower is glued to her hands. The bottom left dress becomes chest / neck. Oh my god, I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice that this girl doesn't even have a neckline. AI! Alright, next one. I'm ill. Tell me it's not AI. Oh. Alright, we have a poster from Sleep Token. I love Sleep Token, so this better not be AI. Otherwise, I'll be very sad. Wow, this has heavy details. Okay, so what are the arguments that we could make for this piece being AI? And what are the arguments we can make for this piece not being AI? We've got a building. This is Vessel's mask. So Vessel is the lead singer of Sleep Token. So this is Vessel's mask. It looks like this. So one is like, okay, does the detailing in the piece match up to how the character is supposed to look like, right? This is why you see like people who do Genshin AI fan art, they almost always will put the Genshin character in like everyday outfits because Genshin outfits are too hard to draw normally. So instead, they put them in like a white t-shirt because AI can make a white t-shirt, but they can't make, I don't know, Venti's entire fit. So Sleep Token's mask, the Vessel's mask is pretty iconic. This big X with this like N with these like markings on it and then the 3 lines on either side. So the detailing on the mask completely lines up with Vessel's mask. So this looks very spot on. A big one is like building architecture. You can kind of tell if it's AI if like the building architecture is super wonky, as in like, I don't know, one of the posts looks one way and then the other one doesn't match to the previous ones. Looking at these, all of the posts, the architecture looks about the same. The mask color is different, yeah, but like we could argue maybe the mask color looks different by creative choice because they put him in this like different outfit. This is literally the detailing on the mask. Elements of the architecture. Oh, no. Again, big caveat is a lot of times you need to look at more than just one art piece from the artist to determine. One piece is kind of in a gray area. It's really hard to tell off one piece. One thing that's a bit off to me is that you see the pillars, right? There's all these pillars. This pillar, the very back one, is on the first floor of the stairs. And then the second pillar is on the second floor of the stairs. And then this third pillar is also on the second floor of the step. And this pillar is, I'm assuming, second floor, third floor, whatever. But is this an optical illusion as to why this back pillar is here and not on the same step as everything else? Do you see what I'm talking about, the pillars? So that is a little bit suspicious because a human artist, in my opinion, would not make a mistake like this. They would realize, hey man, they all got to be on the same level. And then yeah, we do have the sword where he's holding the sword at a really awkward angle. Like he's holding it in the middle of the hilt, like where the hilt connects to the blade, which typically you would hold it like on the hilt itself. So that is a bit interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at the building and the building is a bit odd to me. It's reading a bit odd to me. Like I see the detailing, right, where we have the pillar kind of swoops in. It's asymmetrical and like the pillar detailing kind of swoops in, and then there's like a triangle with like some gothic detailing in here, and then it does the same swooping again. And then look at this line here where you have like this swoosh coming out, and then here's a swoosh, right, another swoosh coming out of the building. It's in line with the spire here. This swoosh is all the way up here, which like could be a design choice, right? But then if you go to the left side, the swoosh is coming out of the pillar itself. Do you see that? You can see it in the P for sleep. It's coming out like right in the middle here, not on this line that is visible here. The front corner pillar at top, this thing here, which like these ones are in the middle. This one's up here, which is interesting. But then yeah, the flowers. This could be maybe like some mythical flower, right? There's probably a real flower that looks like this. There's one that's upside down though, which could be an artist choice. I don't know why you would draw one upside down and every single other flower upright, but this one also has one really, really long like thing coming out of the pistons in the middle. There's just like one really long one. It's a bit interesting. And then we have the flowers here. Flowers are a big way where you can tell if it's AI or not, because AI will just butcher flowers like just badly. And like trees and foliage. And it's a bit suspicious because when you take a look at the branches are kind of not going in any direction that kind of makes sense. Do you see the branches are coming out and then connecting into other branches? Here is like a tree branch and there's like another branch that comes out and then comes in this way and then connects into this. It's just a bit odd. And then we have flowers that are also looking like leaves at the same time. To me, this is looking a little suspicious. Maybe the full piece wasn't AI, but there's AI assistance used mainly for this building because this building is a bit funky looking. All right, let's see what the commenters say. So a commenter says, look how it's holding the sword. The arches don't make sense. There are weird little AI artifacts all over the building that don't make sense. 100% AI. No, please say it isn't. The architecture is confusing me because it is so consistent and also so wrong. And OP says, I think it is. Another commenter says, yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Really disappointed if this is the case. This makes me really sad because I really like Sleep Token. So I don't want this to be AI, but yeah, I think it's AI. Next one. On the fence about this boba shop's menu near me. Okay, we got chicken nugget, singular. Taro bowl, cheese stick, onion rings. Let's see here. We got a cheese stick with like a big, what is this? Wait, a big circle on the cheese stick. That is just odd. Maybe that's on the paper. Maybe it's like the burn on the paper. What is an FGG waffle? Did they use AI to generate the caption of these? Yeah, I'm not gonna try to read that out loud, but what is an FGG waffle? Like I read it out loud in my brain and then I was like, wait, that sounds really bad. Okay, wait, let's just start up here. Taro bowl. Okay, we have big taro chunks and different shaped taro chunks in a bowl. This is like a Chinese dessert. Yeah. I mean, that looks like it could be legit. I'm just interested as to why there's like a bunch of different shapes of taro chunks. Like they do come in different shapes, but you know, could be like a choice. We have the chicken nuggets. Every chicken nugget looks to be like the same shape. You know what I mean? It's like the same level of lumpy. Like the texture on every nugget looks the same. And typically you don't find that. So this one is throwing me off, the cheese sticks, singular cheese stick, because the cheese sticks are all different sizes. We have like a short cheese stick, a medium length cheese stick, a slightly longer cheese stick, and then the cheese stick on top of the other cheese sticks. But then there's like a bite out of the cheese stick and there's no cheese. Where's the cheese? This looks like when I bite into like a Cheeto Puff, you know? Doesn't look like a cheese stick. And then there's this burn on it. This to me is giving AI. Why are all the cheese sticks different sizes, man? Now this is supposed to be an egg waffle. It's called a bubble waffle and egg waffle. The batter for it is a bit different. So this is the egg waffle. This is actually a legit waffle they sell in Asia, Hong Kong, boba stores. But the thing is, the bubbles match, okay? Let me show you how bubble waffle looks like. I love bubble waffles. Do you guys see what I mean? It's like bubble wrap, okay? So there's like a little connector sheet in the middle, but the bubble on the top matches the bubble on the bottom. It's literally a bubble, okay? This doesn't line up. You see this curve here is lower than the curve on the backside. And then same with this one. Like this bubble here doesn't match up to the bubble on the other side of it. This bubble here doesn't match with the bubble on the other side of it. Like the bubble waffle maker, it literally lines up. So you literally cannot make it uneven like this in a bubble waffle maker. And that leads me to think that everything else is AI. Do you see what I mean though? The shrimp has the same texture, like the exact same texture as the freaking chicken nuggets. I'm not believing that your chicken nugget texture and your fried shrimp texture is the same. These fries look turbo fake. Need I say more? They look like plastic, and fries are disappearing into other fries. And then finally, popcorn chicken with the same texture as the fried shrimp and the same texture as the chicken nugget. Yeah, I'm calling AI for all of this. So let's see what Reddit has to say. FGG waffle is giving me serious optical illusion. 100% AI. Look at that egg waffle thing. That shit looks natural. Why does the popcorn chicken not have the ... Or why does the fried shrimp only have the ... People are like commenting about the egg waffle misspelling, but they're all saying that it's AI. Next one. Is this sketch AI? So this is a sketch. It looks like somebody who's wearing a wrestling mask, smoking a hookah with a guitar, electric guitar. I'm a bit confused. Okay, so I've never used a hookah, but I have walked by hookah bars. Don't you smoke out of like cable that comes out of the hookah, right? Like playing it like a bagpipe, at least at the hookah bars that I've walked by. I don't think that's right, but I could be wrong, right? So feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. There's a correct number of fingers there, so at least that's right. We really gotta look at what's going on in the background because we got two people in the background. Person who's standing looks like they have their arm and their hand is missing, connecting into the neck of the person that's sitting. And the person in the back is holding something, but no idea what the something is because it's blending into the background. So very confused here. Is this correct for an electric guitar? So I don't play guitar, bass, any of that. Is this the correct number of strings? Just that's like one thing to check, right? It doesn't look straight though, which is like interesting. Doesn't mean if you have crooked lines, doesn't mean use AI, but it's just like a choice. And then if you look at the details, the flowers aren't like full flowers. And then we have other flowers that melt into other flowers. Like what is this melting? Like this is like an egg. And then this is like 3 eggs together in a pan. You know, like I was a bio student, right? And when they teach you like mitosis, this is like what the cells look like in your bio textbook. And then our main character is sitting against a pillow, but the detail on the pillow, like what is this? Is this like an okay symbol for the hand? We again have the lack of object permanence, like things are melting into other things. This is like smoke that's supposed to be coming out of the hookah, question mark? But then it's like melting into the flowers behind it. I'm gonna call this AI. Guitar goes from 6 strings to 5. People in the back have one of their hands literally melt into the neck of the other, completely AI. People are adding, oh, I'm seeing a lot of issues, definitely AI. So again, this is the smoke melting into the background. The hand connecting into the neck. More funky detailing. Oh, wait, there's a... So image 2 is the reference image that he gave, which was made by AI. And then this is supposed to be the central subject. And that's what they got as a sketch. Yeah, that's AI. A commenter adds, that's kind of karma for making and giving him an AI image yourself. What was your score for is it AI or is it not AI? You know, I was actually hoping that there would be like less AI, but I feel like everything that we looked at, right, was like AI. The sleep token one, you can't really confirm because we'll never know, but it feels suspicious. So comment down below your score. I would love to learn it. Anyways, if you like this video, I appreciate it. If you like and subscribe, don't forget to check me out on Etsy. I have digital art there for streamers and creators. I also have a coffee with free resources for streamers and creators, like a free sponsorship guide. Also, when you're seeing this video, your girl's gonna be traveling. I'm going to Singapore, China, and Japan. Try not to visit my grandparents because I am dumb and I had a Chinese visa, obviously, to go visit my grandparents, and I lost my passport in Italy with my Chinese visa in it. So I haven't been able to visit my grandparents in 2 years because I didn't have my visa. Finally got my visa, so I'm finally visiting them. So yippee! So anyways, just a little lore drop, but hope to catch you guys in my Twitch streams. I do stream there 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST when I'm not traveling, or in another video. Peace.